Magandang gabi po muli sa inyong lahat mga kaibigan. Welcome sa Bayan ng Superstars para sa game number 4 ng ating Best of 7 series ng Formula Shell at ng Mobiline Phone Pals. The series is now 2-1. Abante ang Mobiline after they won games 2 and 3. After, of course, kinuha naman ng Formula Shell yung unang nating laro. At sabi nga natin kinito nung huli tayo nagkita dito sa championship series na to. Tapos na yung tambakan. In fact, game number 3 was such a close game na halos mag-overtime na naman yung larong yun.
Totoo yan, partner. No? Palitan sila ng labang in that game number 3. At in the end, tatlo lang ang winning margin ng Mobiline over Formula Shell.
Yes. And again, the barometer, nice block here. Binuran ni Silas Mills yung layup ni Benji Paras. 7 seconds na lamang sa kanilang shot clock. Esplana will take that one and that will trickle in. Alam mo again, kinito, ang barometer ng sharing ito has been that 80-point mark ng Formula Shell.
Yun ang binanggit natin ng game number 2. No? In fact, para nagkaroon tayo ng parang guessing game. No?
Oo.
Ano, aabot kaya sa 80 o hindi aabot sa 80? At parang yung nga naging barometer. No? In the games that Mobiline has been able to hold Formula Shell to 80 or less, nananalo Mobiline.
Exactly. In fact, the Formula Shell Zoom Masters are 1 and 6. Nice shot mula kay Team McLaren. May kakipat na foul laban kay Benji Paras. Balikan ko lamang yung thought na yun. The Zoom Masters are only 1 and 6 in their last 7 games kung saan hindi sila nakabot ng yung 80 puntos. Samantalang ang Mobiline is 7 and 1 in their last 8 games where they have limited their opponents to less than 80 points.
Ito, partner, nakita natin yung instant replay. No? Si Artemus McLaren, na-foul siya ni Benji Paras. Another useless foul. Sa tingin ko, no, itong Formula Shell, lapsing into a lot of those, siguro pwede na natin sabihin useless fouls. So because if, for instance, McLaren, nasa taas na, nasa ere na, no? Ile-lay up na lang yung tira niya. No? You have absolutely no way of blocking the shot. Ba't ka pa magbibigay ng foul? No?
Hahabulin mo pa hindi na kailangan.
At alam natin dito si Benji Paras, fouled out in game number 3. And he's such a
Exactly.
vital cog sa laro ng Formula Shell.
John Best, on the other hand, picked up 5 fouls in the third quarter of that ball game and was practically useless coming down the stretch. Samantala Esplana already with 4 points. Layup ni Gabi Cui. Nabulabog na depensa ng Formula Shell. You know, when we started this series, a lot of people are saying ang size, abante-abante ang Formula Shell. But with Gabi Cui's play, talagang parang na-neutralize ng Mobiline yung kalakihan itong Formula Shell sa ilalim.
Partner, hindi lang yung size factor, no, ni Gabi Quick. Kasi alam natin, malaki naman si Gabi. No? Yung kanyang intensity. Yun ang parang nag-i-ignite, no, dito sa fieriness ng Mobiline. Yung fighting spirit ni Gabi Quick. At palagay ko, yan ang isang dahilan kung bakit nasa starting 5 na si Gabi Quick ng Mobiline.
Masyadong malakas yung tira ni Tony Boy Espinosa. Rebound ni Mills taken away by Donald Williams. Here's Esplana. Williams for 3. Nothing there.
Partner, talagang sineset up ng Formula Shell ito si Donald Williams to get cracking from the outside. They're giving him opportunities. So far, wala pa siya nagagawa sa labas.
Si Silas Mills naman may ginagawa na dito on that fast break ng Mobiline Phone Pals. Well, you're absolutely right, Kinito. Nung game number 1, nakita natin pumutok sa labas itong Formula Shell and Mobiline just didn't know what hit them. And obviously, itong 3-point shooting has also been a big factor dito sa sharing ito.
Totoo yan, no? Itong Formula Shell. Alam natin, kailangan nilang makapukol sa labas, no? Because that opens up the inside game, particularly of John Best. At saka, pati na din si Benji Paras, although alam natin si Benji tumitira sa labas. Incidentally, yung dalawang Formula Shell player na napag-usapan natin sa ating game, Pablo at saka si Castillo, did not start in this game.
Yes.
Let's find out whether they can contribute coming off the bench because malaking bagay na makapag-contribute sila sa offense ng Shell.
And when you talk about outside shooting, of course, si Noy Castillo will be a big help para sa Formula Shell. Well, right now, si Benji Paras ang tumutulong sa kanila sa perimeter with that short stab. Benji Paras with his first 2 points. Actually, si Paras has not been doing too badly in this series, averaging in double digits, 10 points and 6 boards in this championship series.
Ano ba, partner, interesting, no? Very early in this game, para nakikita natin itong Mobiline, talagang tumatakbo sila, no?
Oh.
They seem to be keeping pace with the running attack of Formula Shell. Hindi ko alam kung bakit, no? Because etong laro ng Formula Shell, gusto nilang talagang makatakbo, no? Yung dalawang kapanan. Ito si Silas Mills took a very poor shot from 3-point range.
Patay ang butaki, ika nga samantala. Let's turn you over muna kay Ria Tanwatco. Buena naman ang report, Ria.
Well, Nolly, dito sa panig ng Mobiline, mataas ang kumpiyansa ng mga players. Pero alam din nila na mag-relax-relax dyan. In fact, ang utos ni Coach Eric Altamirano was refuse to be outplayed kasi sa palagay niya, hindi mananalo itong koponan ng Shell as long as his team can match their intensity. Nolly?
Well, that is exactly the point that Quinito was making. Salamat, Ria. Yung intensity factor nitong series na to. Well, Silas Mills has not shown too much of that in this first few minutes of this first quarter. Quinito, medyo off yata ang kanyang timing, ano?
Well, hindi ko din maintindihan kung bakit ang laro ng Mobiline parang ganito, no? Tumatakbo sila, hindi sila nagse-set up. And we saw that particularly in game number 2, kung saan nanalo yung Mobiline by 27 points, they thrive in a slow-down type of game. And they lulled Formula Shell to sleep until they were able to rest the rhythm for Formula Shell. Tapos bigla nilang binilisan yung laro towards the home stretch of that match.
Well, ikaw na nga nagsabi, Quinito, ito si Coach Eric Altamirano is the master of the adjustment. And maybe konting pahiyang, konting to unsettle the opponent, medyo na minamadali nila ang kanilang play dito.
Totoo yan. Baka naman siguro sabihin ni Perry Ronquillo, ang anticipation ni Perry iso-slow down ng Mobiline. Kanya gano'n naman ang adjustment ni Eric Altamirano just to throw off Ronquillo. Pero, well, so far, lamang ang Formula Shell in this type of running game.
Paras is fouled by Gabby Cui as he scooted in the lane. And si Gabby Cui will pick up his first personal foul. Papadala si Benji Paras sa 4.5-meter line. Again, this championship series, ang kanilang head-to-head dito sa conference has been 5-3. It's been very close. This year, they're 7-5. Lamang ang Mobiline ng mga panalo, but all their games have been very, very close. Wala talagang decisive edge between these two teams, and of course, they're two young coaches.
Started talking about youth, no? Ito si Eric Altamirano, 32 years old, at si Perry Ronquillo, 33 yata.
Mga 5 taon lamang ang lamang nila sila Quinito. Sa akin, 7. 7 na yung score ng Mobiline. 7 na puntos naman ng Formula Shell. Tima Clary at sumabit sa kanyang layup. Let's see, si Donald Williams ang natawagan ng foul. Referee Bartolomeo together with referee Tito Varela and referee Tangonan calling the shots. Ngayong araw to.
This is a good sign. Partner, nakita natin kanina lang, no? Eric Altamirano giving some instructions to Silas Mills. Para nakita natin game number 3, medyo nagkaroon ng konting alitan, no, between player and coach. At baka naman ngayon all things are all right in the Mobiline camp. And why not, no? 2-1 ang lamang nila dito sa serye nito.
Ika nga ni Dr. J, bonus time. At medyo kailangan magpakita ka ng konting gilas dito. Alam mo, we talked about rebounding in sa ating pre-game. And in their 8 meetings so far in this conference, Mobiline has out-rebounded Formula Shell 7 out of the 8 times that they've played each other. That's a surprising number considering ang size ng Formula Shell, ha?
Well, partner, I think the big reason there is that ito si McLaren tumutulong sa rebound. No? Hindi kagaya ni Donald Williams. Alam natin, he's strictly an outside player. Gusto niya tumira sa labas at halos hindi nakakatulong sa rebounding ito si Williams. Ito si McLaren, although he's shorter than Mills, he's actually Mobiline's #1 rebounder, averaging 13 rebounds a game.
Well, he had 13 back in Game 3, but this man, Glenn Capasio, piercing the hoop from long range. Unang PLDT long distance bomb ng Mobiline to give Mobiline the lead now at 12-9. At si Gabby Cui will pick up his second foul on that move by Benji Paras.
Alam mo, partner, mukhang nag-iiba na ang tempo ng laro ng Mobiline. No? Kanina nakita natin ito si Capasio hitting from the outside. That was off a deliberate slow-down half-court game.
Yun na naman yun. Another foul. Bigat yan.
Nakita natin si Mike Castillo kanina. Hindi na nag-ahahit si Mike Castillo.
Third foul ni Gabby Cui with 6:37 remaining in the first quarter. At malaki yan dahil yan ang nakakasira sa rotation ng isang coach. No, Quinito? Biglang kukuha ka ng 3 fouls. Obviously ngayon mag-iisip ka kung ikaw isang coach, gaano ba kahalaga sa akin ang isang Gabby Cui coming down the stretch with 3 personal fouls. Best shot mula kay Benji Paras, hindi matanganan ni T. McLaren yung bola. It will go out and remain with Formula Shell. And now Alvin Teng will check in para kay Gabby Cui who picked up 3 early fouls here.
Well, partner, tama din ang ginagawa ni Benji Paras. No? He's attacking the defense of Gabby Cui. No? At ito si John Bess, in fact, has taken only 1 attempt from the floor. At ito si Paras has already taken 4.
Well, very tame ang paglalaro so far ni John Best. In the meantime, there's a foul called on Jerry Esplana. 13 foul ng Formula Shell. 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining dito po sa ating first quarter. Game number 4 of our championship series, our year-ending conference for the 1998 season, which has been simply remarkable. McClary losing the handle. Nakuha ni John Best. And quickly the defense of Mobiline running down. John Best, tumira sa labas, patay! Sabi mo nga, kinito, hindi tumitira na masyado. Ito, sabi niya. PLDT long distance shot mula kay John Best. And that ties the game at 12 all. Tapasyo,
Oy, nice.
ang ganda pero wala. Offensive rebound ni McClary, nasa gitna, short stab.
Partner, dyan mo aasahan dito si Tim McLaren. He can get you the offensive rebound and he can get you the putback.
Oh.
On the other hand, ito si Donald Williams. Halos wala yung offensive rebounding. At alam natin, naghihintay lang ng pasa yan sa kick-out.
Aba naman! Aba naman!
Nagpapakita ito si John Best. Dalawa na yan from 3-point range. He looks like he's all business tonight. At dapat lang.
Well, si John Best, mga kaibigan, averages 46% from the 3-point range sa championship series. Illegal defense ang itatawag laban sa Formula Shell. Si Jerry Esplana ang tatawagan ng illegal defense. With 5:07 remaining, this is a 1-point ball game. May timeout po tayo. You're watching the PBA on VTV. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat, sa ating mga kababayan sa Tanawan, Batangas. Noli Yala po kasama si Kinito Henson. 1-point lead para sa Formula Shell with 5:07 remaining in the first quarter. Live from the Cuneta Astrodome. Championship game. McClary nilabas kay Espinosa. They move it around. Glenn Capasio who knocked down a 3-point shot kanina. 10 seconds the shot clock ng Mobiline. Wala pa rin forma yung kanilang opensa. Pinalipag na lamang ni Tony Boy. Good defense on the part of Formula Shell that time. Jerry Esplana in the middle. Napasakay niya si McClary. Nalabas kay John Best. Comes closer pero walang tira. Benji Paras, season opening. Nilaglag kay John Best. Nice pass. Benji Paras and John Best connecting in that play. And that stretches Formula Shell's lead to 3 as si Alvin Teng. Natapakan ni John Best ng kanyang sapatos. Natanggal. Hanggang ngayon hindi pa niya maisuot.
Kanya para 4 against 5 ito ngayon. At si, eto, naisuot na ni Tinteg. Ayos na. Nasa flow ng opensa.
Ayun, hindi naman kailangan ni McClary yung screen ni John ni Alvin. Alam mo yun na mahirap pagka Robocop ka eh. Kasi yung mga sapatos mo, ang hirap isuot sa baka. 17-16 is our score. 1-point lead para sa Formula Shell. Under 4 minutes to play here.
Partner, itong matchup halos hindi na-exploit ng Formula Shell. Ngayon, na-exploit na. Jerry Esplana with a big height and heft advantage over Tony Boy Espinosa. Inikutan niya si Tony Boy. Nakakuha siya ng layup shot, driving strong to the hoop against a smaller opponent. Tama yung ginawa ni Jerry.
Si Jerry Esplana did that in game number 1. He scored 12 points. Samantala, si Glenn Capasio now has 2 triples. Dalawang PLDT long distance shot. Ito si Glenn Capasio may parang panibagong attitude sa paglaro, especially after bagging his 8th all-defensive team slot ng ating 1998 PBA Annual Awards.
Partner, he just makes Mobiline so much tougher to defend against. Kung pumubukol yung mga local ng Mobiline, paano mo naman madodouble team ito mga import nila?
And there's that quick move by T. McClary. Nataga siya ni Chris Jackson, and that'll send McClary to the free throw line. You just can't help notice the performance of Glenn Capasio. He has played about 25 minutes in this series. Minapantayan niya yung paglalaro ni Jerry Esplana din. Of course, silang dalawa ni Al Solis. But more than that, he has been a tough cookie para sa mga yung kanyang mga binabantayan, no?
Alam mo, partner, yung bantay niya, no? Hindi ko malaman kung bakit ito si Donald Williams. Bakit hindi niya higpitan ang kanyang depensa against Glenn Capasio. As you see, the vintage sports chairman, si Carlos Bobong Velez, along with former Negros Oriental representative si Gary Teves. Mr. Economist meets Mr. Entrepreneur.
Yes. Mr. Basketball.
Aha.
Enjoying this game.
Yung sinasabi ko naman kanina, partner, no? Itong Formula Shell, malaki ang kanilang advantage in terms of manpower lineup, no? Kita natin ang kanilang import lineup. Si John Best, tinatao niya si Silas Mills. Ito naman si Jackson is going up against McLaren. Kanya, Donald Williams has the rare opportunity to guard a local.
Oh.
At ang local na dapat niyang gwardyahan, pantayan, ito si Capasio. Ito naman si Donald Williams, nakatira ng tatlo. And Donald Williams should face up to Glenn Capasio. Pero hindi, sabi ni Williams, ibang tatawa kay
Glenn Capasio, si Jerry Esplana, tumatawa siya ngayon ang kumukuha kay
Kay
Alsolis.
Alsolis.
Nakapapasok pa lamang.
Alam mo, double threat na yan, no?
Oo.
As far as Mobiline is concerned. Meron silang dalawang pistolero galing sa labas.
Ito na naman ang pistolero, pero this time, kapos ang tira ni Glenn Capasio.
Yung pangatlong pistolero nila, si Boyet Francisco, nakaupo pa sa bench ng Mobiline.
Right now,
Yun ang original na pistolero.
ayun. Pasa muna natin kay Randy Saktalan ng report tungkol sa Formula Shell. Randy?
Hey, salamat sa iyo, Noli. Alam mo, doon sa dugout ng Formula Shell, isang paghamon yung nabasa ko doon. Nasa crossroads daw ngayon ng Formula Shell at kailangan mag-decision sila. Saan ba tayo pupunta? Pataas o pababa? At nagkaisa lang sinabi na dapat ay pataas. Pangalawang bagay, Noli, ang sinabi ni Coach Perry, nung ba yung mga fouls naman? Huwag naman yung walang kalaban-laban. Talagang mawawalan tayo ng laban. Yun lang mula sa puno ng Formula Shell, Noli.
Maraming salamat, Randy. At right now, yan po ang ating score. May timeout po muli tayo. Babalik kami in just a short while. At WBC Flyweight Title Fight, Thunder in Thailand. Ang laban po ni Chachay Sasakul laban sa ating sariling Manny Pacquiao. Sa Biyernes po yan, December 4, alas 9 ng gabi. Right after game number 5 of the PBA Governors Cup Finals. Of course, ihahatid po yan ng VTV. Itong aking kaibigan, si Kinito Henson, will fly to Bangkok. At makakasama niya si Ronnie Nathaniels for that championship fight. Of course, after this ball game today, meron tayong isang pre-fight primer at 10 p.m. kung saan mapapanood niyo po for the first time itong si Chachay, yung kampiyon, at kung paano lumaban ito. Kinito, balita ko, parang tigre daw to.
Totoo yan. Ito si Chachay Sasakul, napakatinding boksingero galing sa Thailand. Isang beses na natalo yan. And he was able to reverse that loss to Yuri Abachako. Pero ito naman si Manny Pacquiao, isa din ang talo niya.
Oh.
And Pacquiao, his last 2 fights were first round knockout wins.
Bah.
Kanya, parang din ang inaasahan natin ito si Manny Pacquiao. Manalo ng WBC Flyweight Championship.
And maybe the second world champion of the Philippines. Of course, after Luisito Espinosa defended his crown successfully. Samantala itong larong ito, si Victor Pablo, now in the ball game. Na-foul niya si T. McClary. Nga pala si Kinito at saka si Mr. Ronnie Nathaniels. As we take a look at this poster, ganda naman. Will be part of the vintage team sa ating Asian Games. Hindi na uuwi ito si Kinito. Pag-alis nito, papuntang doon sa laban ni Manny Pacquiao. Hindi, uuwi siya pa sa Pasko. Magagalit si Tito Maggie sa akin, si Medju. Pero of course, ang aming vintage team, mga kaibigan, top class. Renowned commentator Sandy Howe, si Paring Ed Pixon, kasama pa si Chiki Roa Puno. And of course, ang ating mga kaibigan, yung ating mga the Young Brigades, Chino Trinidad, Anthony Suntay, and Janelle So, kasama nila po yan sa Bangkok to cover the Asian Games. And that will start on December 6. Ang tabayaran niyo po yan, ang aming 120 hours of coverage ng Asian Games. Maybe the best and the most extensive coverage we will be ever seeing ng Asian Games.
And probably the most exciting coverage also, partner, because alam natin itong centennial team natin lalaban, and we have high hopes that Coach Tilly Cone and his boys will bring home the bacon.
In the meantime, the bacon is not with anyone. And finally, it's with T. McClary as he gives Mobiline the lead dito sa ating game number 4, 24-22 under a minute remaining sa ating unang yugto. We've had a total of 4 deadlocks here. What's this? Illegal defense na naman. Laban sa Mobiline. Technical na yan against the phone pals.
Si McLaren natawagan. Victor Pablo in the ball game now. Kanina na napalitan niya si Chris Jackson. So Coach Perry Ronquillo going for offense instead of defense with Pablo's entry. At saka si Castillo naman pumasok with less than a minute to go dito sa first quarter natin.
Noy Castillo checking in for the first time. He has not been a factor in this series at all. In fact, he's only averaged 4.7 points. Outside shot ni Donald Williams. Masyadong malakas. Tapik ni Silas Mills. Napulat ni Alvin Teng. Pero ang pasa niya natabik palabas. A shade under 40 seconds to go here in the first.
Two-possession game, partner, ha? With 37 seconds to go.
Yes. Again, we're happy to have you with us. Dito po sa Cuneta Astrodome for game number 4 ng Best of 7 series. Mobiline against Shell. McClary up against Pablo. 6 seconds sa kanilang shot clock.
Yun mo si McClary, pinopostehan si Victor Pablo. And that makes him such a threat, no? Ito si McClary, pwedeng tumira sa labas, nakakaposte pa. And he gives Mobiline a double post threat along with Silas Mills. Yan naman ang hindi nakagawa ni Donald Williams. You know that he's exclusively an outside player. He likes to penetrate, but he cannot post up.
Oo, parang yung unang-una yung kanyang tangkad. And of course, yung bigat niya, he's not heavy enough to push around yung mga forwards natin na dumidepensa sa kanya.
Oo.
Technical free throw sank by Mobiline to give them a 2-point lead. Perry Ronquillo trying to get his first ever PBA crown. And trying to, stop the bleeding, ika nga para sa Formula Shell. They have not won a crown since 1992. In the meantime, a bad pass. Good intention, bad execution. 10 seconds remaining sa ating first quarter. Williams, hahabulin niya sa likod. Williams, sumaksak sa loob. Nasapal ni Silas Mills. Great rejection na pulot. Aba naman, sinuwerte pa. Ito si Victor Pablo. Akala ni McClary, hawak na niya yung bola. But the ball went into the hands of the conqueror. And Victor Pablo ties this ball game. Watch this action again.
Nakawala na ito si Donald Williams. What a big block by Silas Mills. Napulot naman ni Victor Pablo in a gimme shot. Wide open.
At tayo magpapasimula po from scratch. It's 25 all after 1 quarter.